Hey, this video is the second one on polynomials, and on this video I'm only going to talk about adding polynomials. In the previous video we already did the vocabulary, figured out how to find the degree, and how to write them in descending order. So now we're just going to focus on adding. Now there's two ways that you can really set this up to add, and I find one way to be a little bit more beneficial than the other. Now when you're adding, the only thing that you need to worry about when you're starting off is go ahead and rewrite it in descending order. So focus on the exponents and writing the highest first. So for example, this one has an exponent of 3. So I would write it first, 6x to the third. I don't see any other x to the thirds, otherwise I would write them next. Okay? So look for the next highest exponent, and I always look from left to right as I'm looking for my terms. So I have squared. So I'm going to write this one next, and it's positive. So I'm going to put plus 2x squared. Now scan left to right, and I'm looking for any other x squareds, and there's one right here, minus x squared. So you rewrite minus x squared. I've got that one. No x squared, no x squared. So then I start over looking for the next highest exponent again. That would be x. So plus 3x. And scan looking for any other x terms, plus x. So that's all the x terms. Then if you look, all you've got left is minus 4 and minus 6. So we'll go ahead and go minus 4, minus 6. So I've not actually worked anything out yet, only a rewrite so that you can see what's like terms. X to the cube is only a like term with another x to the cube. It does not have anything else, so it's going to stay 6x to the third. X squared and x squared, those are like terms. So all you have to do is do what the signs tell you to do. Now if you're visual, go ahead and put the 1 when there's no number here. So 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So plus 1, just bring down x squared. Does not become x to the fourth. You don't change exponents when you're adding and subtracting. X's are like terms because they both have x. Again, if you're visual and need the 1, put the 1 there. So 3 plus 1 is positive 4, and you're going to carry down x. Again, it doesn't become x to the second. 4 and 6 are both like terms because they don't have a variable, so that makes them alike. So you do what the numbers tell you to do. Negative 4 minus 6. Negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10, so you put minus 10. And that is the addition of those two polynomials. Okay, looking at this one here, let me show you a second way. The second way works nice for this problem here because it kind of has a little bit of each term. So I'm going to start with the first one here. I'm going to call this adding the stacked way. So x to the third minus 3x squared. Oops, I forgot my squared. Plus 5x. If you need the visual, go ahead and put 1 on that. To stack them, when I go to write my second one, you want to write it underneath the one that's already there. So 7x to the third, I would write underneath the other 7x to the third. Plus 5x squared would be written under the other 5x squared. 12 would be written under something else that doesn't have a letter. I can't write it under the 5 because that has x, so I'm going to put minus 12. So there's the disadvantage to this way, is that not everything is always going to line up nice. But we're adding these. So just work your way down each column of numbers to add them together. So these are both x to the third, so you do what the numbers say. 1 plus 7 is 8. You just carry down x to the third. Negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2. Carry down x squared. 5x doesn't have anything underneath it, so you're just going to bring it down. And negative 12 doesn't have anything underneath it either, so you bring it down. So there's the answer to those polynomials being added. Again, that's the second way that you can do it. You can do it either way. Each one has advantages and disadvantages.